we're going to go through the TVA drills, which is really going to teach you how to work your internal weight belt. Now this is, of the sets of 4 abs that you have, ab muscles that drive the movements of your abdominal cavity, this is the only muscle in your ab that doesn't actually move your body. By pure design, this is your internal weight belt. And this is very important in our athletic ready position, squatting position, pulling, pushing, pressing, all of these. You need to be able to keep that internal weight belt working at all times. Okay? So, to make sure that that weight belt is engaged all the time, the muscles that you'll feel the most when you're engaging your TVA, your weight belt, are right on the sides of your abs here, okay? So anytime your stomach is concave, what's happening there is your TVA muscle is pulling your belly button in towards your spine and compressing the contents of your abdominal cavity. And that's what we want to do. Now, working your TVA alone is not the only thing that's going to protect your lower back. Turn this sideways. Go into an athletic ready position. Okay, anytime we're in a position like this, whether we're pushing, pulling, or we have weight on our back, we're squatting like that, we need everything that we can put together to protect our lower back, including the neutral spine drills, having nice strong back muscles, but also having a nice strong internal weight belt or nice strong TVA. From this position here, what we should easily be able to do is draw your belly button in towards your spine to have your stomach as concave as possible and feel all the work on the outsides of your abs and hold yourself in this position without ever feeling like you're crunching forward. So what that means is you need to be able to work your TVA without working any of your other ab muscles. For those of you that have done Pilates or yoga or even singing lessons, stuff like that, this will be much easier for you because you'll have accommodated your bodies to breathing in this mechanism, and which is what I'm going to show you now. So if you can do this, what I'm showing you in this position here, you can skip right to stage 2 or stage 3. If not, you practice this as much as you can until you get really good at it before you move to stage 2 or stage 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to just sit anywhere comfortable. What I want you to do is really arch your back so that you're in not quite as fully arched as you can possibly get, but very close to it, okay? Then you can take one hand, you're gonna make a fist, and the profile of the knuckles are gonna fit right into the middle of your spine. And what you're doing that for is just to make sure that if your body flexes forward during this drill, you'll actually feel it push against your hand, because you really wanna keep your back as still as possible, and the rest of your body for that matter. You're gonna take the other hand and you're gonna put it right over your belly button. What I want you to learn from here is I want you to be able to slowly breathe in. As you're breathing in, I want you to relax your stomach, relax your TVA, your weight belt, and allow your stomach to be pushed out. Then you're going to breathe out and pull your stomach as concave as possible. Now, a couple of things, if you're not really good at this, that are going to happen is your body's going to flex forward, which you should feel. You'll probably feel it in your shoulders, but you should feel in your hand with your back pushing up against your knuckles. So make sure you're sitting up tall, and as you're breathing out and pulling your stomach in, you don't feel like you're crunching forward. The other thing is, what happens to a lot of people is as they're slowly breathing in, instead of allowing your stomach to come out or relax as much as possible, you feel your rib cage really lift. Your shoulders come up like this. That's your rib cage trying to fill your lungs. I want you, as much as possible, to relax your upper body and allow your diaphragm to fill your lungs. So as your diaphragm comes down at the base of your rib cage, it should push the contents of your stomach out. So again, all you have to do, and sometimes it might take you 2 or 3 weeks to really learn this, but you're going to breathe in and push your stomach out, breathe out and pull your stomach in, and keep the rest of your body as relaxed as possible. What you want to be able to do is hold your stomach in for a set amount of time, whether it's starting with 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Eventually you should be able to get yourself so that you can hold your stomach as concave as possible, and you can feel the outsides of your abs working to hold your stomach concave for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, and then you can move to stage 2. Okay, now we've progressed to stage 2 for the TVA drills or weight belt drills. What you're going to do is you're going to get yourself initially in what's called 6 point. 6 point is having exactly 6 points in contact with the ground that are bearing some sort of weight. So both hands are bearing weight, both knees are bearing weight, and actually with your toes, you're going to push a little bit of weight into your toes, so you're actually going to split the weight of your lower body between your knees and your toes. Okay? From a side profile, the position we really want to be in is to look like we're a nice square box from the side. Okay, so your arms are straight down and your upper part of your legs are straight down. Okay, now I'm going to show you the drill itself, which is just the breathing mechanism, but what I want you to do over time is have less and less weight on your knees and more weight in your toes as you get better at this drill in stage 2. So, and what I mean by that, what you should be able to get yourself to eventually is actually 4-point, which is having your knees very slightly off the ground, and now you have all of the weight of your lower body in your toes. Okay, so, but starting in 6-point. What we're going to do is you're going to arch your back as far as you can, and then you're going to back off just a little bit. And that's what is neutral spine. If you don't know what neutral spine is, you can go to the neutral spine drills and learn those, because that's as important as this drill here. Okay? So again, you're going to arch your back as much as you can, just your lower back, and then you're going to back off just a little bit. Okay? From this position, and from an onlooker's point of view, you should almost look like you're doing nothing at all. What you're going to do is you're going to do the same breathing mechanism. You're going to breathe in and slowly push your stomach out. Then you're going to breathe out and pull your stomach in. You're really trying to pull your stomach as concave as possible, and you should feel the sides of your abs working the hardest, right along this line here, working the hardest to pull your stomach in. Okay? Again, you're going to try and get yourself to being able to hold this 30 or 60 seconds. Okay? Slowly over the weeks, as you get stronger, you push more weight into your toes until you can do this, getting yourself into 4-point so your knees are up off the ground. Okay? Then we're going to go to stage 3. Okay, now we move to stage 3. Stage 3 is actually called outfield TVA. What the outfield refers to is actually the standing position, which is standing as if you were an outfielder in baseball. So go ahead. What you're going to do is just lean yourself over so you're in about a half squat, and have your arms so that you actually have a lot of weight in your hands. Okay? So you're not holding yourself up just by your back muscles, you're actually holding yourself up by your arms. From this position here, we're going to get into a neutral spine again, so arch your back as far as you can, then back it off just a little bit, and we're going to go through the same drill again. You're going to breathe in and push your stomach out, and breathe out and pull your stomach in, and try and hold it. Okay, it'll get a little bit harder in this position because now you're actually having more weight on your spine. Okay, the other thing you can do during this drill, if you're having, some people have a hard time with the position of their arms, you really just have to sort of make sure that your shoulders are back. They don't have to be pinched back completely together, but they should be back a little bit. If your shoulders are rolled forward like this, you're going to have a harder time. Sometimes people end up with their elbows bent and they're very uncomfortable in this position. It's also not great for your shoulders. So just pull your shoulders back a little bit and make sure that your arms are straight down on your thighs. From here, once you can hold it for the recommended amount of time there, in this position, we're going to go to outfield position but unsupported. So all you're going to do is your body is going to stay exactly the same way, and you're going to lift your arms up and just cross them in front of you. So now your back is actually holding you up because you're leaning forward, and you're teaching your back and your weight belt, your TVA, to work together, and you're holding yourself in that neutral spine position. And again, you're going to go through the same thing and try and get yourself to the point where you can hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay?